Hey Scruffy, how you doing? What you looking for? Okay, okay, there's Meow. So I got your meaty pate with real chicken and tuna and kibble. So we're on time for dinner. So, okay, I guess you're ready for dinner. Okay, I guess I'll bring it out. So my leg's all still messed up, so gotta go slowly to change the water because it hurts to bend my knee. Oh wow. Okay, he hissed and then he meowed. Okay, get the water. And I'm going to close the door. And I'm going to walk past you. Change your water. Now the painful part where I bend down and bend my knee, which is all scraped up because of my bike accident. Okay. Get new water in. There's already an ant on the bowl. Okay. Grab the glove and down. So today was very similar to yesterday in the weather. I think it did warm up a slight tad, but generally, yeah, the weather's still pretty nice and manageable. At least for summer. So I've had a few rough days, past few days. So if you haven't been watching, I got to a bike accident a couple days ago. A minor one. It was I basically slid out on a cliffside. They replowed the fire trail, which left a ton of loose dirt and rocks. And basically going down one of the steeper sections, the bike just lost traction and I slid out. I'd been on those sections before, even with the gravel, and I was being careful, but yeah, in this particular case, I just seemed to get unlucky and I just hit it in just kind of the perfectly worst way, and I went down, and I don't think, short of just avoiding the thing entirely, I don't think I could have navigated it to avoid crashing. I think I was doomed the moment I embarked on the journey. And then the following night, I didn't get any sleep. Or I think it was that night, actually. So I basically suffered from a really bad bout of insomnia, probably because of the pain in my leg, because I scraped up my leg pretty bad. Well, not as bad. It's not as bad as last year, but yeah, it hurts. So, but and then I've been struggling with worry and stress, and probably some depression. So, I think all those things kind of work together and made me go the entire night without sleep. So the following night I decided to take a sleeping pill defensively. Just, you'd think not getting any sleep, I'd be completely knocked out, wouldn't need a sleeping pill, but I was actually having trouble sleeping, so even with the sleeping pill, I think I woke up every hour until like the very end, and then I finally got a block of several hours. But the sleeping pills always make me wake up groggy, and I didn't really make up for like the lack of sleep. So yesterday was kind of a mediocre day because I was still exhausted. So once again, I took a sleeping pill last night. Last night I actually finally slept okay, and I'm still a little groggy from the sleeping pill, but not as bad as the night before. So I was trying to resume a more normal day today, though I'm still feeling the pain in my leg and still a little bit of grogginess from the sleeping pill, and then just ongoing stress. But yeah, today was a little better than the past couple days, so it's something, I guess. So late this afternoon, I decided I'd go for a bike ride. This was the first time since the accident, so kind of forced myself because I need to get my nerve back. And of course, I forgot to put on my neck gate, my brand new neck gate, which I've been wearing to keep getting sunburned on my neck. So got off on the wrong foot. So I decided to go up the exposed mountainside again, tough hill climb number 1, because I wanted to, see if my bike was still working from the gear adjustments I made, because the last time I went up there was because I was trying to fix my gears from slipping. And then I wanted to go up there again just to kind of face where I crashed. But today I decided to not actually bike down that really steep part where I crashed. So I decided to take a longer roundabout route that avoids that particular section, but the rest of the route's the same. So I don't think I'm going to go down that really steep section of the cliff anymore, at least as long as the dirt and gravel are still real loose. But I think my bike is not really suited for that terrain. It's the wheels, I changed the tires so they're more street oriented than mountain oriented, so I don't get the great traction on loose dirt. And then it's a really old mountain bike, so it doesn't have like the modern amenities of modern mountain bikes, so it's not actually that well suited for this terrain, ironically, even though it's called a mountain bike. It's not really hardcore enough. Okay, I think Scruffy's starting to get bored here. So I think, to expect you soon, but yeah, I was thinking I'm going to get you your food since you're starting to calm down. And I know you like your food. So I think we'll finish this up and I'll get you your food, okay? And then when you're back, okay? Okay, I'll do one each side here. Okay, let's get your food. Yep, there's the meow. So I went up the tough mountainside. Didn't go down the very steep part of that cliff on the down part. But yeah, going up the really steep part though, it was a little warmer today, so I was really feeling fatigued climbing. I think the heat it's not as bad as it's been, so I can't really blame the heat. So I think it was probably more the sleeping pill, but I think, yeah, just because I've been not getting enough sleep and probably not eating enough, and then slightly more temperature, plus, the pain in my leg. All these things probably contributed to me not having the energy to comfortably go up that hillside. So I made it, but yeah, I was struggling, and I decided to cut my bike route a little bit shorter than usual. So I did the hard stuff, but yeah, I didn't do some of the extended routes. Okay. So I saw Scruffy sleeping out here most of the day. So very, very early morning I saw him on the table, and he was doing that making biscuits bread kneading thing on the small towel that's sitting on the table. That small towel I used to use to cover my sun oven, and it blew off, and I just never put it back on. And so Scruffy's been starting to use it as a little blanket, I guess, when he's not using the big giant comforter. So yeah, he was making biscuits on the thing today. So I was able to film that, and I was filming him. I was trying to keep out of sight, so I was hiding behind the window and sticking out my camera. And last time I did that, he saw the camera. This time I don't think he saw it. So I actually tried to get a little smarter. So I noticed the camera hole is on one side of the camera, and it happens to be the side that I have to stick out the camera more when I hold it the normal way. So he has a bigger chance of seeing my camera or my hand holding the camera up. So I flipped it so there was less visible stuff, so I don't think he saw me. And so I think he slept on the table for maybe an hour, then he left, and he was, I think, sleeping on the gray mat for the rest of the day. So he was on the gray mat for a really long time. So I saw him sleeping in multiple different positions on the gray mat. So he seemed to be very, very comfortable on that gray mat today. So he didn't seem to have any cares or worries today. So I think the weather is supposed to continue staying like it's been. I think it's, as far as out the 7-day forecast shows or 5-day forecast shows. So we're gonna get a lot more of this weather. So I still need to water the garden. Haven't done that. Probably not going to do it tonight. Just feeling that sleeping pill still. So, and yeah, my leg's still bothering me. So I think maybe tomorrow. Maybe we'll see. So the tree looks like it's still alive, so it hasn't died yet. So maybe the small little tossings of Scruffy's water bowl into the tree maybe are helping until I can do a good watering of it. Though I watered it pretty good the last 2 times with the hose, so. I hope that tree survives. So looks like Scruffy ate pretty fast tonight. So I was talking about my astronomical timer yesterday, and then Scruffy left, so I didn't finish that thought. So I bought an astronomical timer, mostly for we have these outside porch lights that kind of contribute light to the neighborhood. So my dad put them in a long time ago, and it's kind of been a staple of our block, I guess. So anyway, I'm willing to keep doing it. The annoying thing is, so as the year changes, sunrise and sunset times keep changing. Plus, you get daylight savings time, and so we have this really old ticker timer. It's the one that actually ticks. It's like mechanical, and you have to put in these little plastic tabs that physically turn a switch when the time is right. And it's worked for a really long time. But yeah, the mechanism I think is starting to wear out, and it's kind of loud. You can hear the tick. Most of the time I'm not in the area, so it doesn't bother me. But yeah, the mechanism is wearing out, so the thing's getting stuck on the pins are supposed to turn the mechanism, and so sometimes the timer just gets completely stuck. So starting to worry there. I thought Scruffy was starting to convulse. But yeah, I think he's just groomed himself. But yeah, I thought I saw his back was breathing funny or something. I thought he was going to throw up. So anyway, on top of that, I always hated having to change the timer for daylight savings time, and then particularly that timer was also hard just to change as the time of year changed, because I never knew exactly when change where to put the pins in for the time of year. And then the thing is not very accurate, so the plastic pins kind of a guess. And then I think as the thing got older, it became more inaccurate. So, and it's really hard to read. It was really kind of confusing actually, trying to figure out what time it is on that thing. And so I didn't really like it. And so I finally decided to get so I found out they make astronomical timers, ones that actually are aware of sunrise and sunset times, and I thought that was really cool. And then they also handle daylight savings time. And so I said, hey, that's a cool trick. So I decided to order one from Home Depot. I needed a bunch of things. I needed to get a certain minimum to get the free shipping. So I said, oh yeah, let's get the astronomical timer. So it finally arrived after much delay. And I'm still trying to get the work. I think I finally got the basics working, so I think I finally have the porch light turning on at sunset and turning off at sunrise. But I've been trying to play with some of the more advanced features, and I'm actually, I think, a little disappointed. So one of the things I was hoping you could do is, instead of actually turning on and off at exactly sunrise and sunset, I was hoping you could do an offset. So say I want it to turn on 15 minutes after sunset, or I want it 15 minutes before sunrise. And playing with it, I was hoping there was a way to do this, but I don't think there is. And the manual is clear as mud. The manual really doesn't say anything about that particular case, so I think the answer is no. there is a random feature which will randomize when the clock goes on. I think within like it's like 30 minutes or something like that. I don't really want it randomized in this case, but I did just try that just to see if that would work with the sunrise sunset feature. I don't think that's working either, so I think it only works with like a specific time. So I'm a little disappointed with that. But for the porch light, I guess sunrise and sunset are okay. The thing is, I have another light in the house where it's kind of dark in the house. There's not many windows in this one particular room, and I was thinking I'd set up another timer, turn on the lamp automatically right before sunset, and probably not at sunrise because I'm not up all night. I used to be sometimes, but not recently. But yeah, I'd like to turn it on a little bit before sunset, and then I don't know, use the regular time to turn it off. So I guess Scruffy's gonna leave. Oh, no, he's parking himself to groom himself, but yeah, he's just slightly out of sight here. So honestly, I think I'm just gonna go in. It's not a very good view, and it's probably not much to see. Looks like, yeah, yesterday he took off. He went really far, and he disappeared. I don't know where he went off to. So I think his phase of sticking around for extra pets might be coming to an end, at least temporarily. So I don't think it's going to come back if he's moved that far. So I think I'll just wrap it up here. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.